Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English Without Noise. I'm so happy you're here with us today. Whether you're listening on your way to work, relaxing at home, or taking a walk outside, we are so glad you chose to spend this time with us.
Hey, great to have you back. And if this is your first time here, welcome to the family. You picked a really good day to join us.
You really did. I was thinking this morning, I had a simple decision to make. Just what to eat for breakfast. And somehow, 15 minutes later, I was still standing in the kitchen going back and forth in my head. Should I have eggs? Should I have toast? What if I have both? What if neither is healthy enough?
Oh no, I do this too. It's like your brain just won't stop. You keep thinking, and suddenly a small thing feels like a big problem.
Exactly. And that's exactly what today's episode is about. We're talking about overthinking, why we do it, how to talk about it in English, and how to stop it from controlling your day.
That's right. And today's topic is so useful, not just for your English, but for your real life too. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to describe overthinking in natural English, use real phrases that native speakers use, and feel more confident expressing your thoughts and feelings. So here's a question for you. Do you overthink? Write your answer in the comments right now. Just say, yes, I overthink. Or tell us one thing you always overthink about. We love reading your comments.
We really do. And before we jump in, if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to Speak English Without Noise. Hit that bell too so you never miss a new episode. It really helps us reach more learners just like you.
Okay, we've got so much good stuff for you today. Let's not wait any longer.
Let's do it. Let's talk about overthinking, and let's learn some real everyday English along the way. All right, let's start with the basics. What does it actually mean to overthink? The word itself tells us a lot. Over means too much. Think means to use your mind. So overthink means to think too much about something, more than you need to.
Right. And here's the basic structure when we talk about it: subject plus overthink plus the situation. For example, I overthink everything, or she overthinks small decisions, or he overthinks before every meeting.
Simple, right? You can use it in so many situations. Like, I overthink text messages. Ugh, this one is so real for me. I'll write a message, then delete it, then write it again, then wonder if my tone sounds wrong.
Yes. Or how about I overthink what to say before a phone call? I used to rehearse entire conversations in my head before calling anyone. Like, I'd plan what they'd say and what I'd say back, and then, of course, the real conversation went completely differently.
It always does. Okay, so we've got the basic form. Now let's look at some common phrases that go with overthinking. We call these collocations, words that naturally go together.
Great idea. Here are some really common ones. You can say, I can't stop overthinking. That means the thinking just keeps going and you can't control it. Or, I tend to overthink. Tend to means it's something you do often or regularly. And another one, I caught myself overthinking again. This means you noticed it was happening.
Oh, I caught myself is such a useful phrase. It means you became aware of what you were doing. Like, I caught myself checking my phone for the 100th time. Or, I caught myself overthinking what to wear.
Can you try saying one of these out loud right now? Pick anyone. I can't stop overthinking. I tend to overthink. Or I caught myself overthinking again. Say it out loud wherever you are. This is how you make new English really stick in your brain.
Now let's look at the negative and question forms too, because those are just as important. In the negative, you'd say, I don't overthink small things anymore. Or, she doesn't overthink like she used to. See how natural that sounds?
And in questions, do you overthink a lot? Or why do you always overthink? Or does overthinking make you feel tired? These are questions you might actually hear in a real conversation.
Exactly. And speaking of real conversations, have you ever had a friend say to you, stop overthinking it? That's such a common thing people say. Write in the comments, has anyone ever told you to stop overthinking? We love to know.
So, to wrap up this section, overthinking means thinking too much. You can say, I overthink, I tend to overthink, or I caught myself overthinking. These phrases work in everyday conversation, and they're simple but very natural. Great start, everyone.
Okay, now that we know what overthinking is, let's talk about why it happens and how to express that in English. Because it's not enough to just say, I overthink. People will ask, why? What causes it?
And there are some really useful phrases for explaining the reasons. One big one is, I'm afraid of making the wrong decision. Fear is one of the biggest reasons people overthink. They're scared of choosing the wrong thing.
Another really common one, I don't want to say the wrong thing. This is huge for English learners especially. A lot of people overthink before speaking in English because they're worried about mistakes.
And what about, I keep imagining the worst thing that could happen? This is called worst case thinking. Your brain jumps straight to the most terrible possible result, even when it's very unlikely.
Oh, yes. Like if you send an email at work and don't get a reply for 2 hours, and suddenly you're thinking, did I say something wrong? Are they upset with me? Am I going to get in trouble?
Meanwhile, the person just went to lunch and hasn't checked their email yet.
Exactly. Okay, so let's look at some formal versus informal ways to talk about this. In a more formal or professional setting, you might say, I find it difficult to make decisions under pressure. That sounds polished and thoughtful.
But in a casual conversation with a friend, you'd just say, I can never make up my mind. Or I always second guess myself. Second guess is a great phrase. It means you make a decision and then immediately doubt it.
I second guessed myself. Write that one in the comments. It's such a useful phrase for daily life. Can you think of a time you second guessed yourself? Maybe before an exam or before saying something important?
Now, here are 3 specific tips for how to talk about overthinking naturally in conversation. First, use tend to when it's a habit. I tend to overthink before big events. Second, use keep plus the ing form when it keeps repeating. I keep going over it in my head. Third, use what if to show the worrying thoughts. I kept thinking, what if I say the wrong thing? What if they don't like me?
What if is so powerful. Overthinking is basically just a series of what if questions that never stop. What if this goes wrong? What if that happens? What if I made a mistake?
And sometimes the answer is, what if everything goes fine? What if it's actually okay? We don't ask ourselves that one enough.
So true. Now, a quick practice activity. I'm going to say a situation and you say the what if thought out loud. Ready? You're about to start a new job.
Okay, what if they don't like me? What if I'm not good enough? What if I forget something important on the first day?
Perfect. Those are all classic overthinking thoughts. Now you try. Think of a situation in your life and say your what if thought out loud. Go ahead. Great practice. To review this section, we learned phrases for explaining why we overthink, like I'm afraid of making the wrong decision, and I keep imagining the worst. We learned formal and informal ways to express it, and we practiced using what if to describe overthinking thoughts.
Okay, this is the section I was most excited about. How to talk about stopping overthinking. Because it's one thing to describe the problem, but it's even better to talk about solutions. And English has some really great phrases for this.
It really does. Let's start with one of the most useful. Let it go. You've probably heard this before. It means stop holding on to something. Stop letting it take up space in your head. I need to let it go. Just let it go.
Another great one, don't dwell on it. To dwell on something means to keep thinking about it for too long, especially something negative or something you can't change. Don't dwell on your mistakes. Try not to dwell on what happened.
And then there's take it one step at a time. This is perfect when everything feels overwhelming. Instead of thinking about the whole big picture, you just focus on the next small step. Just take it one step at a time.
These phrases are so calming, right? Let's look at how they sound in a real conversation. Imagine a friend says to you, "I can't stop thinking about the presentation tomorrow. What if I forget everything? What if nobody understands me?"
And you could say, "Hey, don't dwell on it. You've prepared well. Just take it one step at a time. Start, and the rest will follow."
And your friend might say, "You're right. I need to let it go and just get some sleep."
See how natural that flows? These aren't complicated phrases. They're short, simple, and really powerful.
Now, here's something important about tone. When you say these phrases to someone, the tone matters a lot. "Let it go" said gently sounds supportive, but said sharply, it can sound dismissive, like you don't care about their problem.
So always say it with warmth. "Hey, I know it's hard, but try to let it go." That's the difference between being helpful and sounding cold.
Good point. Okay, let's do a little mini practice together. I'm going to play the warrior, and you respond with one of our phrases. I'll say, "I keep thinking about that argument I had last week. I can't stop going over it."
And I'd say, "I know how you feel, but you can't change what happened. Try not to dwell on it. Just focus on today."
Now you try. Pause the episode for a second. Think of something you've been overthinking lately, and tell yourself one of these phrases out loud. Let it go. Don't dwell on it. Take it one step at a time. Say it with kindness, like you're talking to a good friend.
And remember, saying positive phrases out loud in English is great practice and good for your mental health. Win-win. To summarize this section, we learned let it go, don't dwell on it, and take it one step at a time. These are real, natural phrases for talking about moving past overthinking.
All right, it's time for one of my favorite parts, common mistakes. And honestly, both of us have made these mistakes, so there's no embarrassment here. We're all learning together.
That's right. Mistake number 1, saying, "I'm thinking too much," instead of "I'm overthinking." Now, "I'm thinking too much" isn't totally wrong, but it sounds a bit unnatural. Native speakers almost always use the single word, "I'm overthinking." It's cleaner and more natural.
So instead of "I am thinking too much about this," just say "I'm overthinking this." Much better.
Mistake number 2, confusing think about and think of. These are close but different. Think about means you're spending time on a topic. I keep thinking about my future. But think of is more like a quick idea or memory. I just thought of something, or I can't think of the right word.
Oh, this one trips people up a lot. "I'm thinking about dinner." You're planning it, considering it. "I just thought of a great idea." It came to you quickly. The difference is in the time and the process.
Mistake number 3, saying "I'm overanalyzing" when you mean "I'm overthinking." Overanalyzing is actually a real word, but it's more formal and specific. Overthinking is the more common, everyday word. So in casual conversation, stick with overthinking.
And mistake number 4, using "I think too much" as a translation from your own language. In English, this can sound a little strange in some contexts. It's more natural to say, "I tend to overthink," or "I'm an overthinker." That last one is really common. "I'm such an overthinker."
Oh, yes, I'm an overthinker. That's a great one to know. Write it in the comments right now. Are you an overthinker? Just type, "I'm an overthinker," or "I'm working on it." Let us know.
And here's the important thing about mistakes. Every single one of these is completely normal. Every learner makes them. We made them too. The key is just to notice, correct, and keep going. That's it.
Absolutely. Making mistakes means you're trying, and trying is the only way to get better. You're already doing great just by being here and practicing with us today.
Okay, let's have some fun now. It's time for our Choose the Correct Sentence activity. I'll give you 2 sentences, and you decide which one sounds more natural. Ready? Situation 1. you've been worrying about a job interview all week. Which sounds better? A, I have been thinking about the interview too much. Or B, I've been overthinking the interview.
B is definitely more natural. I've been overthinking the interview is exactly what a native speaker would say. It's shorter and more direct.
Situation 2. Your friend can't decide what to order at a restaurant. Which sounds better? A, stop second guessing yourself. Just pick something. Or B, stop thinking the wrong choice. Just pick something.
A, for sure. Stop second-guessing yourself is a perfect, natural phrase. Option B doesn't really work in English. Thinking the wrong choice isn't a phrase we use.
Situation 3. You made a mistake at work last month and you're still upset about it. Which is better? A, I keep dwelling on it. Or B, I keep thinking it repeatedly.
A again. I keep dwelling on it is natural and expressive. Thinking it repeatedly sounds very mechanical and unnatural.
Try saying sentence A out loud right now. I keep dwelling on it. Say it a few times. Feel how it sounds. This is how you make it yours.
Now here's your challenge. Take any situation from your real life and create your own sentence using one of today's phrases. I'm overthinking, or I caught myself, or I need to let go of. Write your sentence in the comments. We read every single one.
Don't worry about being perfect. Just try. Real conversation is always more important than perfect grammar.
Always. Progress, not perfection. That's our motto here on Speak English Without Noise.
Wow, we covered so much today. I'm honestly really proud of everyone who stayed with us through this whole episode. Let's do a quick recap of everything you learned.
Yes, today we covered 3 big things. First, what overthinking means and how to describe it naturally, using phrases like, I tend to overthink, I caught myself overthinking, and I can't stop overthinking. Second, how to explain why we overthink, with phrases like, I second guess myself, I keep imagining the worst, and what if thinking. And third, how to talk about stopping overthinking, using let it go, don't dwell on it, and take it one step at a time.
You now have real, everyday English to talk about something that almost everyone experiences. That's so powerful. Language helps us understand ourselves and connect with others. And you just added some great tools to your English toolkit.
Here's a little question to think about. What's one thing you've been overthinking lately that you're going to try to let go of? Think about it. You don't even have to share it if you don't want to. Just sit with it for a moment.
And if you want to share, we'd absolutely love to hear it in the comments. This community is such a safe, warm place to practice and grow. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please like this video, share it with a friend who's learning English, leave us a comment, and subscribe to Speak English Without Noise if you haven't already. Every like and subscribe helps us keep making free English content for learners all around the world.
You are doing an amazing job. Seriously. Learning a new language takes courage, patience, and a lot of practice. And you're showing up and doing exactly that. We're really proud of you. Keep going, keep practicing, and remember, progress is always more important than perfection. We'll see you in the next episode. See you next time.